We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can.
Welcome back. Currently, we are in Sihanoukville, Cambodia.
And today, we are going to be taking a short domestic flight to Siem Reap, where we are going to spend the next 8 days. What do you think?
I'm excited. Sihanoukville, there wasn't a lot. We didn't even explore. That's it. It just wasn't vibing for us. So we kind of just hung out in our apartment.
Yeah. Besides the island hop over to Koh Rong for that beautiful, beautiful day, we just took our time to just unwind a bit, worked on some video editing, and that was pretty much all we got up to here. It's not my favorite city in the world.
No, it was pretty difficult. Let's just say that. Food-wise, I found an Indian food restaurant. Don't know if I got gluten there or if I got gluten on Koh Rong, but I definitely had some symptoms. And shopping, we had to go to 3 different supermarkets because they called them supermarkets. They were more like convenience stores before we found one that had anything similar to an actual grocery store.
Yeah. So food here was a little more difficult. Gluten-free was practically impossible. So I think we're glad we didn't spend any more time here than this.
Yeah.
And likely this isn't a place we would come back to stay for any length of time. We'd probably come back through here on the way to Koh Rong again, but that'd be about it.
And today's a bit of an experiment. We are flying Cambodia Air. It was particularly hard to book with Cambodia Air. We went through many different avenues and finally figured out how to book with them. I think it took you, 2 weeks to figure out?
VPN off and only worked on my mobile. Couldn't get their website to work. So that took us a while to sort things out. But anyways, we're about to check out of our Airbnb here and head over to the Sihanoukville International Airport and get on a short flight. So we will catch you at the airport.
This is by far the quietest international airport we've ever been to.
Yeah, it's pretty small. There's only 3 flights on the board today. 1 domestic to Siem Reap, which is where we're going. 1 to Ho Chi Minh City and 1 to Kuala Lumpur on Air Cambodia and I think Air Asia, respectively. Yeah, there's hardly any people in this airport right now. I think there's probably 10, maybe 12 people over there waiting for the check-in gate to open.
When you checked in, there was only...
When I checked in yesterday, there was only 6 other seats that had been selected. And it's a small plane too, so, whatever.
Just fingers crossed that it doesn't get canceled, because the earlier one going to Siem Reap this morning got canceled. So it's a 50-50 chance at this point.
Yeah, and that was the same flight number, although I have a feeling they run the flight twice a day, and they probably just canceled the earlier one because no one was on it.
Let's hope that they just put the flights together so that everybody is just on this flight. Super smooth check-in, super smooth going through security.
They didn't weigh the carry-on bags like I honestly expected them to, so yeah, another very smooth transition through a Southeast Asian airport, which at this point is the norm.
Except
They really had a close look at the power bank I carry for my CPAP, because it is a bigger power bank, and it was fine. They okayed it to go through, but they don't want it in the overhead bins. So power banks, I guess you technically have to keep below the seat in front of you or on your person, I guess. So
that is a first.
Yeah, I guess technically power banks are a potential fire hazard, which is why they do that. So that's fine. It is what it is.
But you didn't have to pay an extra 20 USD, so we're happy.
Yeah, because our bags are more than 7 kilos each, and therefore technically you can pay an extra 20 USD each to have them for a carry-on, but didn't have to do that, so we're quite happy with that. Anyways, we're just gonna sit here and wait for the next hour and a half before our flight departs. We just boarded our flight, and this is a little bit new. So this plane with Air Cambodia is an ATR 72. It's a 2-in-2 configuration, and it's a turboprop plane, similar to the Bombardier Q400s we've flown in the past. But one thing I didn't expect, we're sitting in row 3A and B, and we boarded from the back of the plane because there's no door at the front here, just emergency exits.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen that, and I was hoping to see an emergency exit. We did. It's all good. But it's very strange. It's something new.
That was a very smooth flight to Siem Reap, and we're now just going to grab our bags and meet our driver.
We had a friend who was staying here not too long ago, so she gave us the name of the driver. So we just decided to do a private driver to make life a little easier when we got here.
Got our bags. And just FYI, even though these are carry-on size bags, the reason we check them on these smaller airlines is because we're way over the 7-kilogram weight limit that they impose. So that's why.
We got our ride.
Yeah, super easy. He came and met us at the arrivals area. And it's not a tuk-tuk. These are like, I can't remember what they call these, a remorque, something like that. And it's basically just attached to his motorcycle, kind of like a little trailer, like a covered trailer. It's kind of neat, a little different.
And he gave us water.
And we almost lost a suitcase.
New configuration.
We had to rearrange the bags.
It's all good. Siem Reap is a lot of farmland, actually. That was unanticipated. I thought it'd be more city-like. But when we're flying in, it's just full of farms, which is really cool. Traffic is a lot quieter here. That was completely unexpected. I expected to be in like chaos like Phnom Penh, but honestly, we've had like maybe 4 or 5 cars on our trip so far. So very different.
The airport is actually a lot further from Siem Reap than I expected, because we just passed a road like a kilometer sign, and we're still 33 kilometers from town. We're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, we've been driving for at least 10 minutes, so you know what? The farmland actually makes it really enjoyable. It's not just cityscape, it's all farmland. So.
And it's really nice and breezy and relatively cool today, so I'm actually quite comfortable.
Yeah.
We are just getting checked into the Courtyard Siem Reap Resort right now, and instead of a welcome drink, we got a little welcome ice cream. And it's a homemade ice cream made with black sticky rice, milk, and coconut and sugar, and it is incredible. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you here.
It's so good.
Hello, welcome to our room. So, having the Marriott Bonvoy Titanium's elite status paid off because we did get an upgrade again, this time to an executive room, which is a little bit bigger and is honestly pretty nice. So when you come in, you got a little entryway here with some closet space, got a safe built in there, which is nice. More closet space behind this mirror with bathrobe and slippers, ironing board, all that stuff. Place to sit and take off your shoes, put your bags. And when you come in, we've got an actual couch with a little coffee table. We've got a table to use as a desk for work. And in here, we've just got some more storage space. We've got a kettle. We've got a little mini fridge. Oh, that's actually nice and cold, which is rare. Those aren't usually so cold when they're empty. And looks like we got tea and coffee. Oh, those don't open from this side. We got a TV. We've got a king-size bed. That looks honestly pretty damn nice. Oh, be careful. We've got a little gecko living under the table out here, so don't let him in. So our view is just the main area, the entrance to the hotel. Nothing special, but still not bad. And just these couple of chairs. It's a pretty big deck, honestly.
It's huge.
Oh, watch out. Watch your step. There's a tiny little gecko running around the deck, so we're gonna have to be careful not to let him into the room. This deck is massive. Oh,
He can slip it.
totally just slipped under the door, so he's already inside. Anyways, last thing is our bathroom. Oh, that's a heavy door. That's weird. Yeah, it's really nice in here. So toilet,
Proper shower.
proper shower with a rainfall built in.
And a bathtub, which is so rare and so nice.
That looks nice and deep. And yeah, nice mirror, some water. This'll do. This'll do just fine.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say. It feels like a dream. So where are we?
I'm not sure. We just finished dinner and we are just taking a quick stroll. Well, we're gonna see if we walk all the way back. It's like 3.7 kilometers. But this over here is the Siem Reap River, which we just crossed over. And there's basically like a night market. There's food vendors all up and down both sides of the river along the street, seating all down the sidewalk. There's obviously like bars, like live music going, probably karaoke bars too for all I know. And it's a pretty awesome scene here in Siem Reap so far.
Well, it is now quite a bit later. We got hungry, so we wandered out, went for dinner, and stumbled upon a little bit of a night market, street food market area.
Yeah, it's really hopping. Siem Reap has a very different vibe compared to like Phnom Penh or even Sihanoukville. We really like it. So I think we're going to vibe with this town really well.
Yeah, first impressions, Siem Reap is awesome. Definitely gonna like it. We liked what we saw tonight. Next time we go out and do that, we'll bring the camera along and record some of that. But I think that's gonna be it for tonight. We'll pick it up in the morning, show you guys what the breakfast situation here is, and show you the gym and the pool as well when we get to it. All right, so I think that's it for tonight.
Yeah. It is the next morning, and we're going to go for breakfast. So we will show you the buffet, and we'll see what they have. The number one thing I can't get over is the waste of space for just the hallway. I've never seen that in a hotel. It's really weird.
Yeah, like, seriously? There's so much room here.
And then behind you, there's even more.
There's even more there.
Yeah.
This place is huge, but there's like a really poor use of the space, and it's really odd, but Oh, you said mini buffet today?
Yeah.
Why?
Breakfast was not perfect. Let's just put it that way. Wallace had tons of options. The buffet looks amazing. For me, I had eggs and fruit, which is totally fine, but it's not enough to sustain. So I've talked to the chef. Moving forward, we have a plan. So that's perfect. They're willing to work with me, so I'd say it's a pretty good win.
And the breakfast buffet in general was only okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't anywhere near as good as the Courtyard at the Bangkok airport. Because it's technically now low season here, because we're in a shoulder season, they only have like what Host is called a mini buffet. Only half of the stations are up and running compared to if this place was at full capacity, they would literally have double the amount of food on offer. So it was fine. It will do for the next 7 more days that we're here, but not as good as we were potentially hoping. We've finished breakfast today at Loch Lac, which is the name of the restaurant. We're gonna go quickly check out the pool, and I think there's a lounge here we can get into as well. And then we'll go upstairs 1 level and show you the gym. And there's the swimming pool in the courtyard area. We've wandered into the lounge, which opens at 11 a.m. and goes until probably pretty late. Beautiful view of the pool area. And there's a foosball and a pool table. So we'll probably be down here doing that later on. This is actually a really cute kids play area. There's an outdoor section there as well with like a little slide contraption. There's a couple of retail shops down in the lobby area as well, and some live music behind me right now. We're now on the second floor and at the gym, which apparently I need my key card for, so let's do that. A decent selection of cardio machines, free weights, and strength machines. No leg press though, which is unfortunate because I like doing that. But overall, not bad. And it is 9 a.m. right now, and it's pretty quiet up here. They've got water bottle or a water dispenser here. They've got towels, but they've also got cold towels in that little fridge there, which is awesome.
When you work out in the hot countries, those cold towels are just a big treat after a big workout. Even during a workout, when you're like dripping sweat, it's nice to have.
We are doing something a little bit different this morning. We are currently here at the APOPO Humanitarian Demining Visitor Center, and this is also otherwise known as the HeroRATs, and that's because they have these trained rats specifically to detect landmines and apparently also tuberculosis.
Animals are just so incredible, and I don't think we utilize them enough, so it's nice to see centers like this where they utilize the most random of animals, which was one of the smartest animals that are known. So it's just nice to see. It's nice to see rats being used in a very positive way.
Yeah. So our tickets were 10 USD per person. They take cash and credit card here. So we're about to catch the 10 a.m. tour. Cambodia is one of the countries most impacted by landmines. And so the fact that they've trained rats to seek out and detect landmines for being disarmed is just really cool. And I'm really looking forward to this.
And I think rats are ideal because they're so light, so they can walk on the mines without actually detonating them. So
we're gonna find out in a little bit.
We train the rat to work in two projects. First one is detect landmine, and the second one is detect tuberculosis. They plant up to the ground first and they connect the wire to the tree. You know, when people are walking in the jungle, they did not notice that because the wire, it looked very similar to the brush, and then they trip on this. So when they trip on the wire, that mine is bounding upward from the ground, 1 meter or 1.5 meters, and then explode. I mean that this area, we have two small containers. The first one over there, it is a metal one, nothing inside. Yeah, but one more, we put TNT powder inside 2 grams, and we put somewhere under the ground. If Amanda, she can find it, she will scratch the ground and get photographed. So Amanda, her name, like my friend name, that she's come from South Africa. scratch, click. First click, first food reward, it is peanut. And she come back here again to confirm the location. She can scratch, she can click. It is banana. We only have 2 things for them as a food reward, bananas and a peanut, because easy for the handler to keep inside the pocket. When they finish their job, we can have more like avocado, watermelon, apple, corn, pumpkin, and sometimes they have grilled fish as a protein. Yeah. And you see Amanda here, we apply sunscreen for her. Yes, all the rat before they go to break. Because mostly they get affected from the sunburn. Yeah. Thank you so much.
We just got to hold
Nina.
who is an African pouched rat.
Giant African pouched rat, I believe. She's so adorable. And also, we just learned how they do, basically it's positive reinforcement clicker training to train them to detect the landmines and other munitions in the ground. So you saw the little clip there of the demo. Very, very cool. And I guess for most of these anti-personnel landmines, it needs 5 kilograms of weight to set them off, which is why the rats are great, because they only weigh 1 to like 1.4 kilos each, and they're not heavy enough to set off the mines, whereas a dog would be. And also they do it a lot faster, like 4 times faster than people doing manual mine detection. So.
And they do have dogs too, but the dogs are too heavy, so they've trained them to sit behind and look at the mine. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very cool. And this is really fun. All right, that is going to do it for our visit here to APOPO. That was awesome. The rats are adorable.
Yeah, no, they're really cool, but we just watched a video and some of the staggering numbers of, so I guess over 51,000 people have been injured from mines since the end of the war. So they really do amazing work. They've removed so many mines and they're really just making life safer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this country has been devastated. You know, first the Khmer Rouge from 1975 to 1979, but the Civil War really kept going until like 1993, she said. And since then, they've been working to clear all the mines, and they're estimating that it's going to take another 5 years before they get all the areas cleared and safe. And in the meantime, you know, farmers and children are the ones that suffer and stumble into these mines in the middle of the fields and get, you know, seriously injured or killed. And it's just absolutely tragic. But they're doing great work, and the rats are a big part of that and help speed that process along. So this has been really, really great. Absolutely worth the price of admission here to see, and yeah, definitely something that I very much enjoyed.
And if you care to donate, we'll leave a link in the description below. Any little bit helps. Don't feel like you have to. Just if you want to help support, they do amazing work.
Yeah, so the link will be down below somewhere. But I think that's going to be it for this video. We'll catch you in the next one. We hope you've enjoyed this trip to Siem Reap and our trip here to APOPOS. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and give us a like, and make sure to subscribe.
And we hope that you'll join us in our next video for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.
5 hours later.
The most random thing. We went to the gym to work out, and there was one other person there. Didn't think anything of it. And she gets off the treadmill, and it happens to be one of the YouTube, they're a couple. He wasn't there, but one of the YouTube couples that we have been following for at least 2 years now.
A couple years now, yeah.
So that was really cool. I randomly just said her name, and we ended up chatting for like almost an hour.
And yeah, so we are going to meet up with them tomorrow for some dinner and just to chat and pick their brains about travel, because that is the space they're in. But yeah, just really cool, random encounter. Did not expect that here in Siem Reap, Cambodia. But
yeah, just a cool moment. They're not famous or anything like that. It's just really cool to like kind of meet people who have helped us to make this kind of like lifestyle possible. They kind of showed us that it was possible.
So yeah, anyways, that's all. We're not going to film that encounter or anything, but just wanted to mention that here, and I think that's it.